Hello, boys and girls. Today we are talking about gesture drawings. So we're continuing drawing from observation, and today we are going to focus on gesture drawings. So first question is, what is a gesture drawing? So a gesture drawing is a quick drawing. It takes between 30 seconds, 2 minutes, that shows the action of what the person is doing. So we can use it to draw objects as well, but it is mainly used for drawing people. So if we look over here on the left, we can actually see a couple gesture drawings. If you're just to glance at them, they would look like just a bunch of scribbles, but if we look closely, we can see that they make up, looks like a dancer or a ballerina. So as I said, gesture drawings, they capture the main pose or the action. So the more time you have, the more detail you can add. So if we're looking over here at these guys, we can see, this one might have been a 10-second, this one 15, this one 30. So the first one shows a lot of the important details, arms, legs, back, head. Given more time, they added the joints, and then given even more time, they added the rest of the body. So this is also used as a drawing exercise. So, the more you do it, the better you get at drawing people. Okay, so one issue that we have is people drawing stick figures. So when people are drawing stick figures, there's a couple of things that they're missing. If I'm looking over at this guy here, which is what we normally draw it, he is missing a neck, he has no shoulders, and he has no hips. So it will be very hard to draw a person like this, so we want to avoid that. What we want to do is we want to draw a anatomically correct kind of stick figure, almost like a skeleton. So if we look, they have the head, they have the shoulders, the hips, and then arms and legs, including the joints. So that's very important. They also kind of added a rib cage, which we don't really need to do. You can do it if you want. But we want to make sure that when we're drawing these, this is the way that we draw them, not like the traditional stick figure. All right. So let me show you guys some examples here. We could see, we have here Michael Jordan, and someone drew a sketch, a gesture drawing of it. So we see the head, we see the shoulders, the hips, and then arms and legs, we're seeing knees and elbows. Okay, here's another one of a ballerina. Okay, so once again, we're seeing those hips, we're seeing those shoulders, and very important, please do not draw these people with missing a joint, because I've had some drawings where arms are very short, which means that they only have half an arm or they have no knees. So very important that you're looking at the drawings or at the pictures to see where those, how long the arm should be, how long the legs should be. All right, lastly, we have a businessman jumping over some rocks. Okay, and when you are drawing this, do not be afraid to add extra lines. Okay, gestures are meant to be messy. So, we're not trying to make these neat. We're not trying to make them too nice. We're just practicing drawing the human figure. Okay, so when we're doing this, a couple of things you want to focus on is shape. Okay, focus on the shape of the model, not the details. So I don't want to see you drawing the clothing or a face. You're not worrying about any of that. You're just trying to draw the pose that the figure or the person has. Do not grip the pencil too tight. All right, if you are holding it very tightly, okay, your hand actually starts to shake. You want to use your whole arm when you're drawing, so you want to be moving around. Your whole arm should be moving around. Okay, and lastly, remember that this is an exercise. That means we're here to have fun. Okay, don't worry if it doesn't look just like it. We will have some more time to work on it next class. But all I'm looking for is that you're trying and that you are doing the right amount. So that'd be 4 drawings that you will be doing today. All right, so let's look at me drawing some examples. Okay, so for today's examples, I'm going to draw two figures using the gesture method. So as you guys can see, I'm looking at what I'm going to draw. I folded my paper in half since I will be doing two drawings. Right, okay. So when we're doing gesture drawings, we need to make sure that you are drawing quickly. It's messy. You're adding extra lines. So I always start with the head and do the shoulders, picture hips. You want to make sure that you add the joints. We should see knees, we should see elbows. So for today's activity, you only need to draw this much. You know, for the next class, we're going to take more time drawing. That's when I can fill in the body, etc. All right, so now I'm going to do my second drawing, which is going to be a little bit trickier. So let me just change it. Yep. So you can see it's a woman jumping. She is at an angle, so it will change things a little bit. Okay. So once again, start with my head, my hips, and you want to make sure that you're looking at what you're drawing. So you can't see it, but my eyes are going up and down. I'm not trying to draw from memory. Okay. So as I said earlier, for today's assignment, you only really need to draw the stick figure. So just to remember, when you're drawing the correct stick figure, you want to have shoulders, hips, knees, and elbows. Okay, so for your assignment, I will be adding a Google slide presentation to the assignment. This will have several drawings, probably have 10 or more. You're only going to need to pick four drawings. Okay, so you want to have 4 figures, okay, that you're going to pick to do 4 drawings. All right. You will only need to draw the stick figure version. That means that we are not adding too many details. We're drawing the simplest version that you'll see or that you saw in the video. And you will then take a picture, upload it by the end of the day. This is very, very important. The assignment is due before midnight today. If you are turning it tomorrow, you will lose points. Right? You should be using your designated prep time in order to do this assignment. And you should be able to do this whole assignment and watch the video in 30 minutes or less. All right. So if you have any questions, you know the procedure, contact me. Please, if there's any issues, you need to talk to me. You need to communicate. Right. We will continue working on this next class. So we will use that Google slide presentation again. So just keep that handy. I'll probably still attach it to the next assignment as well. All right, so hopefully you guys have a good day, and I will see you next time.